An acceptable use policy, AUP, acceptable use policy or fair use policy is a set of rules applied by the owner, creator, or administrator of a network, website, or service that restrict the ways in which the network, website, or system may be used and sets of guidelines as to how it should be used. AUP documents are written for corporations, businesses, universities, schools, internet service providers, and website owners, often to reduce the potential for legal action that may be taken by a user and often with little prospect of enforcement. Acceptable use policies are an integral part of the framework of information security policies. It is often common practice to ask new members of an organization to sign an AUP before they are given access to its information systems. For this reason, an AUP must be concise and clear while at the same time covering the most important points about what users are and are not allowed to do with the IT systems of an organization. Should be it should refer to users to the more comprehensive security policy where relevant. It should also and very notably define what sanctions will be applied if the user breaks the AUP. Compliance with this policy, as usual, will be measured by regular audits. In some cases, a fair usage policy applied to a service allowing nominally unlimited use of a fixed fee simply sets up a cap on what may be used, intended to allow normal usage but prevent what is considered excessive. For example, users of an unlimited broadband internet service may be subject to suspension, termination, or bandwidth limiting for usage which is continually excessive, unfair, and affects other users' enjoyment of the broadband service, or is not consistent with the usage typically expected on a particular access package. The policy is enforced directly without legal proceedings. Okay. Terminology. AUP documents are similar to and often serve the same function as the terms of service documents, e.g., as used by Google, Gmail, and Yahoo, although not always. In the case of IBM, for instance, terms of use are about the way in which IBM presents the site, how they interact with visitors of the site, and with little to no instruction as to how to use the site. In some cases, AUP documents are named Internet and Email Policy, Internet AUP, Network AUP, or Acceptable IT Use Policy. These documents, though named differently, largely provide policy statements as to what behavior is acceptable from users of the local network internet connected via a local network. Common elements of AUP statements. In general, AUP statements documents often begin with a statement of philosophy of the sponsoring organization and intended reason as to why internet use is offered to the users of that organization's network. For example, the sponsoring organization adopts a philosophy of self regulation and now offers the user connection to the local network and also connection to the internet, providing that the user accepts the fact he is going to be personally responsible for actions taken when connected to the network or internet. This may mean the organization is not going to provide any warning system should the user contravene policy, maintaining that it is up to the user to know when his or her actions are a violation of the policy. Often acceptable use policy documents provide a statement about the use of the network and or internet and its uses and advantages to the business, school or other organizations. sponsor in connection to the internet. Such a statement may outline the benefits of email systems, ability to gain information from websites, connection with other people through the use of instant messaging, and other similar benefits of various protocols, including the relatively new voice over IP services. The most important part of an AU document is a code of conduct, um, governing the behavior of the user whilst connected to the network internet. The code of conduct may include some description of what may be called netiquette, which includes such items of conduct of using appropriate, polite language when online, avoiding illegal activities, ensuring that activities the user may embark on should not disturb or disrupt any other user on the system, and caution not to reveal personal information that could cause of identity theft. Most AUP statements outline consequences for violating the policy. Such violations are met with consequences depending on the relationship of the user with the organization. Common actions that schools and universities take is to withdraw the service to the violator, and sometimes, if the activities are illegal, the organization may involve appropriate authorities such as local police. Employers will at all times withdraw the service from employees, although a more common action is to terminate employment when violations may be hurting the employer in some way or may compromise security. Earthlink, an American internet service provider, has a very clear policy relating to violations of its policy. The company identifies 6 levels of response to violations. Um, Issue warnings, written or verbal. Um, Suspend the member's newsgroup posting privileges. Suspend the member's account. Terminate the member's account. Bill the member for administrative costs and or reactivation charges. Bring legal action to enjoin violations and or collect damages if any caused by violations. Central to most AUP documents is a section detailing unacceptable use of the network. Unacceptable behaviors may include creation and transmission of offensive, obscene, or indecent documents or images, creation and transmission of material which is designed to cause annoyance, inconvenience, or anxiety, creation of defamatory material, creation and transmission that infringes copyright of another person, transmission of unsolicited commercial or advertising material, and deliberate unauthorized access to other services accessible using the connection to the network internet. Then there is a type of activity that uses the network to waste time of technical staff to troubleshoot a problem for which the user is the cause, corrupting or destroying other users' data, violating the privacy of others online, using the network in such a way that it denies the service to others, continuing to use software or other systems for which the user has already been warned about using, and any other misuse of the network, such as introduction of viruses. Disclaimers are often added in order to absolve an organization from responsibility under specific circumstances. When an AUP is written for a business setting, AUPs remind employees that connection to the internet or use of a website is a privilege. So I hope you like this video. Please consider like, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you.